All right. So we're on page 100. What page are we on?
100.
What page are we on?
100.
And so in talking about muscular growth on page 100, we talk about two different things. We talk about muscular hypertrophy. That should be a great word in your world. So yes, it is. Yes, it is. So whenever a muscle fiber hypertrophies, it really and truly, tell me what the smallest contractile unit of muscle is called. Starts with an S.
Sarcomere.
A sarcomere. Excellent. So whenever we have each individual muscle cell being exposed to Fab 5 training, we really and truly begin to see that individual muscle cell growing and growing and growing. And we start adding more myosin heavy chain on the outside of those individual fibers. So whenever a muscle hypertrophies, it's one fiber, individual at a time, getting bigger. So I got it when you got it. Yeah. Now, that's how it happens whenever you get stronger and stronger and stronger. Now there's this thing that's kind of controversial right now, and I believe that it will be more solved even during the time that you're in your profession, and it's called hyperplasia. Have you seen the video Exploding Biceps Man? Yes or no? No? That's homework for the weekend. If you have not seen it, watch it, because it truly talks about this gentleman that was monster amounts of steroids. And he got to a point, and so many people do as well, when you get to the point where you're not hypertrophying anymore because you're either exposing yourself to 99% training for too long and your body can't withstand that high intensity, or else you're using steroids, is when we see hyperplasia happen. And so this individual muscle cell actually gets to where it cannot hypertrophy anymore. So instead of it looking like a nice, smooth, rocking muscle cell, it actually sort of splinters and really doesn't divide, but it actually becomes less efficient at applying force. So the quality of the muscle goes down. The strength of the muscle goes down, even though you might be looking at that person and they might look bigger, they're not stronger. The muscle stays the strongest whenever each one of those muscle cells are in one collective unit. Now, hyperplasia, and when you watch Exploding Biceps Man, you're going to actually see this gentleman. He had developed his biceps to the point that they really and truly could not withstand any more growth at all. And what started to happen is he got sick, because whenever you break up those individual muscle fibers, and you guys, I'm going to get kind of graphic here. Whenever they showed that, there was all of this infection and all of this pus leaking out of this muscle. They had to go in and they actually had to debride this wound that he had inflicted on himself. So we don't want hyperplasia to ever happen, because number one, it's only been crazy overtraining that has got you there, or steroids. That's what science is telling us right now. So do we really want to expose any of our athletes to either one of those things? No. Crazy overtraining and steroids can lead to hyperplasia. So there was another study that was done on birds and hyperplasia. First off, you're not a bird, okay? You can move in the frontal plane, but you're not a bird. They took canaries, and they took one wing, and they clipped one wing over here, and then they took another wing, and they hooked another wing over here. And then they actually just sort of suspended that canary with those extended wings, and they left that canary there for 8 hours. I wish y'all could see the looks on your faces. Y'all are like, what? So what they realized whenever they did muscle biopsies on the breast of those canaries, that there was indeed significant hyperplasia going on, not just hypertrophy. Well, that makes perfect sense to me. Is that a normal circumstance for a canary to ever be in? No. So even the canary muscle is going to respond to what the person that was in charge of the canary asked it. And that's all that viable muscle tissue could do, would be to start to break down. So again, hyperplasia is not the way to strength. Muscular hypertrophy most certainly is. Now, one of the things that we need to remember, and this is sort of a flashback to earlier in the semester, but you already know this. Whenever we start to talk about all of these type 2 muscle fibers, which ones were over here? Type 2X. Top right-hand column, page 101, check out the actual continuum of fibers. We actually start to see, and we're only talking type 2 right now today. So we see this thing called a 2AC, 2A, 2AX, and 2X. Which ones are the most explosive? 2X. So let's just say, and I've been teaching you this the whole time, but I know you need to see it in print many times. Research has shown that full transition from 2X to 2A has been observed following a training protocol. So let's just say that I have an athlete over here. I did a muscle biopsy. There was tons of type 2X muscle fibers. What would that athlete do to go from 2X all the way over to 2A? What would their training program have less of?
2X training.
2X training. Because your body will respond to whatever you ask it to. So we not only know that from performance, we also know that based on EMG results and muscle biopsies. Have y'all ever seen the needle that goes on with muscle biopsies? They're pretty big. And a lot of times we go right in that quad muscle, pull out a core sample of it, and then see the fiber types that are rocking and rolling in that person. It's an interesting thing that goes on. So your body will respond to whatever you ask it to, without a doubt. Now, what I am going to do, I am going to make 2 or 3 more short videos for y'all to watch next week while we're in Sadler week. You can watch them on your own time. I am going to finish 5 and possibly start 6, depending on how things go. I want them to be in like 10-minute videos for you to watch. Get with the note cards, get with your book, find some time, and put all the pieces together. You can do this. Now, they're not going to be up there through the end of the semester. They're going to be up there through next week. So take care of your business through next week. If you all of a sudden say the words to me that you don't have time, I'm going to ask you what you were doing at 9:25 on Tuesday and Thursday of next week, because I know that you have built-in time on Tuesday and Thursday from 9 to 10:50, 2 days a week, that you could be taking care of your business. So you got it when you got it?
Yeah.
Again, I will see you, I hope, a bunch next week around and about. If you find yourself with nothing to do, come find one of us that are running around doing 12,000 things next week and say, hey, what can I do to help make the Sadler event happen even better? Okay? Be you ready when we get back? I'll send you a text letting you know when the videos are up. Let me tell you, I'm not going to send you individual links. I'm going to send you guys, all you got to do is go to my YouTube channel. All you got to do, Amy Fit Chick YouTube channel. Log in, make it happen. So got it when you got it? All right, I'll see you in a week and a half. Okay, what is today?
Best day ever.